You are the orange juice in my cup, baby dolls, and I'm going to give you another yummy update. So the overall theme we've been seeing with what recently happened with macro is that we had strong US jobs. So the jobs data came out 4.2% for the unemployment rate, as expected. And then the US jobs themselves was a bit stronger than expected with the monthly gain. Plus, the wage earnings was cooler than expected, which is good for inflation. The kippy. Okay. However, the interest rates remain elevated. The US yield curve has only priced in 2 rate cuts so far. So there's some spooky stuff that's been happening, but I'm leaning more towards this extended cycle. I'm leaning more towards it now, purely because of the business ISM. Okay, so that's what we're seeing right now. And I don't know, friends, like if you look at the data, man, you're going to psych yourselves out because you're going to see the unemployment rate. You're like, oh no, a big spike's gonna come. Okay, so what I actually do is let's show you that right now. I can go back. I'll just show you the unemployment rate is right here. Okay, this is the monthly chart. You notice that it always has these spike ups. Yeah, unemployment rate. So you're looking at it, you're like, oh man, we are like so due. We are so due for like, oh, big recession. Like it's meant to be coming up. It's just like it's sitting down here. But here's the thing, man. It's like this weird like zombie virus. It's almost like it never meant to happen. Or it might have been like meant to be like that if it was a normal recession. It's just really fast. Really, really spiky. I don't know how this thing's going to resolve itself. No one does. It's like, hey, at some point, a recession's going to come. Okay, so we've got that in the background. But if we look at the business ISM cycle, and you should watch my video, friends, longer and harder, which I made regarding the cycle, lengthening. Business ISM, man, we've never hit 52. That's crazy. So like even since the zombie virus, yeah, we came back down. So this is the crazy part, okay? So since they started hiking rates, right, we have never hit business confidence above 52 with business ISM. Now, it's not confidence, it's actually ISM. So these are like, remember ISM, it's a survey, okay? And they check for like 400 or 500 manufacturing companies around America. It's a very good forward-leading indicator for what's happening in the economy. And they check purchase inventory, the management of items and capital equipment, employees. And if you are buying more of them, your number goes up. If you're buying less of them, the number goes down. So if you're buying more, you're expanding, yeah? And they basically standardize this across for everyone. We have not hit above 52. Now, 50 is the baseline, but what I've noticed is when we hit above 52, it's kind of like the cycle's like full underway, the bull part. We have not hit that whatsoever. So that's why it's making me think, man, I wonder if we really are going to get some sort of like extended cycle event. So we haven't even like a lot of the mainstream KOLs in crypto, they all say, oh, everyone wants these things to go to forever. And I'm like, no, they don't. Are you listening to the people, bro? Are you listening to the people? Everyone wants this cycle to be over and done with immediately. Everyone wants a 4-year cycle. No one wants an extended cycle. They wanted this thing to hurry up and be done with, and that's why we're getting poor performance, right? It's you guys, or everybody who says they're independent thinkers. They're all saying that they're all selling in June or July. They're all selling soon. They'll say, oh, it's all over soon. You know, so that's just, it's interesting how that's going to play out. In some other news as well, what's been happening, because remember, friends, I'm giving you a very, very, very yummy update out here. What's happened is, so you remember, friends, the LA Vape Cabal? So remember the LA Vape Cabal? So obviously, like, okay, we're in crypto. Everyone's trying to trade and trying to, you know, make their own way, right? So the LA Vape Cabal is here. There's other people in the LA Vape Cabal. It's a term made pretty much just to describe insiders, right? And there's insiders to everything. There's someone knows something, right? There's insiders in politics, insiders and outsiders, right? But the LA Vape Cabal, because they just, I guess because of the tattoos and the way they look, and they're just, I don't know, it's you know, it is what it is, man. Someone's going to be the chosen people to I guess, you know, take the spotlight to cop it. They basically, their fame accelerated. There are a lot of cuckolds following them, a lot of cuck chair enjoyers as well. So one of them, so Thread Guy, he is here. So Thread Guy, remember, friends, all these videos. Remember, this is the video that went viral. If you haven't seen it, where they do really, really realistic looking AI videos of them all like licking each other's feet and sniffing each other's feet. You know, so what ended up happening is, so LA Vape Cabal member Thread Guy has returned back to crypto after disappearing for 2 months due to disgraced insider pump and dumping allegations that climaxed at Argentina's Libra coin. So you remember with Libra coin, that ended up, so what ended up happening was, it's meant to be decentralized finance. Okay, but this is kind of funny, friends. I'm going to show you Ivan, we love Ivan on Tech, talking about PulseChain. He's calling it fake real DeFi, or like joking about it. I'm like, bro, but Soylana, you guys, the chain literally got caught being an insider chain. Like, you can say, oh yeah, the price of dog shit, PulseChain is poop. Yeah, but like, this is, okay, man. But if you separate the prices, Soylana was a chain that got done for insider trading. So remember, friends, what happened was, decentralized finance is meant to be decentralized and immutable. What we ended up finding out was the actual exchanges, they ain't actually decentralized. The DeFi ones, like the Uniswap forks, okay, like Meteora and Jupiter. So it turns out they all got approached by all these, you know, famous people, influencers, Argentina's, the Libra Malay, and he's like his sister and stuff out here. They end up, they hook up with market makers who go and talk to these brokers who talk to these people, and they get told ahead of time, oh, we're going to launch on the exchange. And then they front run stuff. So they do the front running. They're pooping on everyone out here. I think I showed you the massive poop pyramid. And actually, friends, one of my prized trophies that I keep in life, if you go to YouTube and you type in poop pyramid, I am one of the highest results out here. Okay, so I actually talk about the poop pyramid. Also on Twitter, I've actually constructed the poop pyramid. So look what happened up the top. Soylana Exchange Cabal, they are pooping down into the mouths of the market maker token sniper scammers, Kelsia Ventures, Nassim, and many others, right? And then they're pooping in the mouths of the LA Vape Cabal. So you got Dave Portsoy, Prostitute Cabal, LA Vape Cabal, other insider information guys, people that hate just pooping everywhere, just a poop fest. And then they all poop into the mouths of you. So all the hotel cocktail enjoyers, okay? So this is a poop pyramid. I hope, friends, one day, maybe at the end of my very, very long career, which might be over very soon. What career? Well, you know when they do the This Is Your Life? You ever seen one of those, friends? Like, this is your life, where they go through all of this. It'd be funny if they climax with this. Like, just when the people thought, we're looking for something, we need something to level up humanity. And I'm like, I have it for you here, sir. Here is the blueprint of the poop pyramid. Oh, that's gold. Should have watched, actually, a good video out here. So here you go, poop pyramid. Obviously, it's crime season, poop. Okay, so that's pretty much what it all got revealed to be. They're all pooping on each other, insider information or stuff out here. But there's insider stuff everywhere, but, you know, you're the ones that got caught. But then, so what's happened? He comes back. So what they do, friends, this is like, look, man, I'm not going to speak to anybody's individual character, but Scum, slimy weasel, nefarious, conniving scum who know how to lie and deceive you. They know how to read a room very good. Okay, so when they have bad vibes, they don't face the fees. They don't face the crowd because they're scum. Because they're basically, I don't know, they've got a bit of Satan in them. Okay, a real man will face everybody. Okay, and take them head on. That's what a real man does. Yeah. When you're a little weasel, you go and you just like disappear because you can't face them. Okay, you can't confront them because you know deep down that 2% of your humanity left is telling you you've messed up. Your parents didn't raise you up to be like that. Some of their parents are messed up just as well, but you know what I mean. That they know through society and all the grooming and stuff that we have in society that what they're doing is bad. So. But what actually happened was, since he returned, Thread Guy immediately starts shilling 2 coins at their high, for which he never discloses that he has insider allocation. Like, you wouldn't believe it unless I showed you. Literally, like, this is Scooter reporting on it. Since Thread Guy has been back, he has already shilled 2 dog shit Cabal plays. Some people never change. Shilling Gork and Boop should be punishable by jail time. So he shows the charts. He shows him coming out here, just coming out and doing that. Like, it's just... See, friends, once you are scum, you'll always be scum. That's it. Okay, there's a certain part of society you don't deserve oxygen. Okay, we got to round you up. it is what it is. Okay, we can't. We just have to accept it. Okay, we just have to accept. Doesn't mean it's okay. It means like when you accept it, it means you you know, you anticipate that, protecting your family, your thoughts, how you walk around in society and communicate, even how you attract other people as well. Okay, because you don't want the scum. You want to filter them out. So like, what do you like? They got undisclosed stuff. What do they come doing? Start shitting this stuff as soon as it hits the top. Hey, it's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing. So remember what ends up happening, friends. So the climax of the cabaling, it peaked back when it was revealed that the LA Vape Cabal were the tip-offs from the market makers who were shitting in their mouths, and then the market makers were getting the tip-off from the actual exchange, the DeFi exchange owners. Like, you got to imagine, friends, what would the rest of the crypto industry be saying and doing right now if Richard Hart was scamming PulseX? That's what would happen. So if you're in PulseChain, it would be like Gayden Adams or Richard Hart, you know, PulseChain, PulseX and Uniswap. It would be like they were hooking up with private market makers who were being told coins were going to list so they can front run and snipe everything and then dump on all the audience, dump on everyone out here. And then say, oh, fair game, right? So that's the game out here. So, but honestly, friends, even after all these, like, I don't get angry about it. It's just like it is what it is. Like, there's just scum in society. And what is more pathetic than people doing that is the audience. Yeah, it's 150,000 daily active users scum who are following them. So, see, crypto Twitter has been pretty much posting about it to alert others as well. Soylana user cucks enjoy sitting in the hotel cuck chair, so they are enjoying losing their money once again to the LA Vape Cabal. Welcome to crypto. Yeah, friends, that's it. Like, what do you do? Like, nothing. You just say, hey, this is it. I don't want to participate in it. That's why most people are in there, friends. I can just show you so many. I'm just sick of these coin fashions wrecked. It's always like, obviously, some kid probably is wearing like Armani or Gucci flip-flops at the gym or something. There are a few of those, by the way. I don't know why you guys are doing that. Why? Well, it is what it is, okay? Someone's going to have to buy the top of my bags. So these same impressionable young kids, they're looking up to people like that. And they're like, oh, yeah, you're slime, you're weasel, and you're scum. I want to be like that because you got money. So it is what it is. But they end up losing, friends. You're circling the drain, yeah? But the only reason this thing is even reasonably, like, staying alive or afloat is because of the SOL price. Okay, but the SOL price we'll find is, I think these things are downtrending. I feel like, personally, they are downtrending now. And I'll just show you on the SOL-btc ratio out here. So all that shenanigans, it peaked out here, right? So SOL-btc has been going down. I wonder if it's going to do the ETH-BTC price, where this thing ends up coming down, and then you end up having some sort of bottom out here. We'll see. But that's pretty much it, because the layer 1 token, when that goes up, there's people with rich portfolios, they go and throw money around. That's what happens. Like, let's say someone with $1 million of SOL, let's say it used to be worth $100,000 of SOL. Now they have $1 million because it went up 10x. Now they have like 50K of spending. Maybe they blow 100K. They go, oh, I'm going to go gamble on altcoins. They go blow 100K on the altcoins, but they're losing to other people who now have 100K of income. And then they keep like promoting and doing stuff out here, and then it invites more people. Like, oh, you made money doing this? Okay. You know, but no, the only reason they made money, it was a hand-me-down from the native speed token going up, and someone decided to splurge in those altcoins, and so begins the cycle. But then it's reflexive on the way down too. Okay, so yeah, if they're losing money, what do? They start selling all these altcoins, which obliterate even harder. And then everyone's like, oh, everything's bad, right? So that's why crypto is very reflexive. Now, friends, Sir Ivan, the great technologist, has covered PulseChain out here. I'll just cover a bit of it, and then we'll just go through some summary comments. So I'll put it just a bit faster here for you.
But yeah, it's the same thing here, guys. We get rejected by the all-time lows here, the previous all-time low. And yeah, maybe it was gonna break it, maybe not. But we broke down, we tested it, we were going down. Richard needs to come back, guys. I don't know where he is, but he needs to start streaming. He needs to start saying that this will do 1,000x, because without it, as you can see, it's big poo-poo. Big poo-poo without it. That's it, guys. That's it. Let's go to Q&A. Will you have Richard? Yeah, we're gonna have Richard on, exactly. If he wants, we'll have him on. we'll have him on.
So yeah, what I'm giving you, I'm just giving you edge, friends, because okay, just don't let yourself get inflamed by anything out here. Just like, let's look at the facts, okay? So is PulseChain dead? No. Okay, now obviously we're joking, haha, we're dead. No, but like, are we actually dead? No. The logos are still around, the people are still around, the websites are still there, we still have conferences. Okay, you still got me, right? I'm still here, holding the fort, holding the line. We're still here. Okay, Rich is still here, still tweeting. He beat the SEC. Okay, he's gonna get rid of the Interpol soon. We're not dead. Okay, maybe close to dead, not dead. Okay, but now you got to think about the future. You go, well, we now know Ivan has like 580,000 followers. He's one of the most respected individuals in crypto industry. Okay, he's like one of the pinnacle influencer, okay, if you will. Okay, so Ivan has literally just said to us, I'll have him on my show. It costs 100 grand, by the way, if you want to get on his show. So if you ever see Ivan upload like one of those 60-minute videos, yeah, they paid him like 100K for that. I think if you want to have a meeting with him, I remember that number used to be 20K. I think back like 4 or 5 years ago, but obviously his popularity just shot up, right? So yeah, you're just bidding for time. Yeah, costs 100K. Just think about that. A guy, Ivan, and also good on Ivan, because Sir Ivan, he doesn't even have PulseChain anymore. He participated in a sacrifice. He doesn't even have it. He rotated it into SOL. Okay, and remember, friends, we are watching the Pulse to SOL ratio as well, which still has not flipped. It almost did. It still hasn't flipped. Okay, so remember, Ivan sold his Pulse into SOL here, but the spread's going nowhere. Remember, if hopefully one day this thing starts shooting up and it flips red, and then we can tell Ivan, hey, now's the time to get back into your Pulse or something out here, okay? So that's something interesting, yeah? So think about these future network effects. It's like this is our information asymmetry, you know? But here's the thing, right? With markets, you can know this stuff, but you go, oh, the market, why isn't it reacting to this? Yeah, because the market still thinks the thing's dead. You get it? So you don't know. Say, yeah, you know what? We could all be dead tomorrow. We could. But that's what I'm saying. If we're not dead tomorrow, and what I mean by that metaphorically is like, okay, if we're still alive in the next 12 months, if Ethereum isn't 1,800, but Ethereum is like 4,800, which is still garbage as a price, right? We now know, oh, information asymmetry. The market's not computing these odds of success and life for PulseChain correctly, because they're like saying, oh, you're completely dead. But we're like, hey, we beat the SEC. We're going to beat the Interpol. PulseChain website got upgraded. You know, we have 170 content creators, 72 streamers, conferences, PulseChain, the Hex conference. Hex survived 99%. We're literally unkillable. Okay, now we have a 500,000 plus subscriber saying, well, hey, I'm going to give you coverage. And I don't even own your coin. Think about that. Whoa, someone who doesn't even own the coin anymore. You get it? You get it, friends? That's why just read through these comments where he says, right now, so of course, PulseChain's a big poo-poo, but he said he would interview Richard Hart. He reiterates, oh, PulseChain's tech is worse than everything else, because I guess it's like, you know, you have no liquidity compared to Ethereum, but you're as expensive to use as Ethereum. And remember, he's using Soylana, which is faster. You know, that's why we're waiting for the Ethereum, the Pectra upgrades, the Pec muscles, updates and stuff out here. He also, remember, it's interesting. He said he will buy PulseChain if Richard comes on stream and says it will do a 1000x. It's just funny. Like, how come you just... Because he's probably... That's why Ivan's saying, oh, if you're telling me that, you're probably going to tell hundreds of thousands of other people that I want to front run. Okay. He also jokes about PulseChain real DeFi. That's why I mentioned earlier, like, yeah, but like we can joke all we want. I know Soylana's price has crushed PulseChain. I know that, and Ethereum and everything else. It's just like the DeFi exchanges were caught rigging on Soylana. The LA Vape Cabal, it's like the same stuff. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, right? He also, funny, he joked about pDAI stablecoin getting infinitely minted. So that's it's obviously no surprise. That's why if you're in pDAI, don't get upset. That's what happens. If people see a coin's price down, right, even though the truth says, hey, it's not infinitely minted, they will grab onto that fake narrative. That happens with every coin, right? Just like when Bitcoin was down to 15K back in Q4 of 2022, right, in the bear market, people said, oh, crypto's never going to go up again because the US Fed's going to put a recession for hiking rates. You know what I mean? So even though I said, no, they're not, because Bitcoin rallied in 2017 when they were hiking rates as well. It doesn't matter about the rates, you know, but people ignore that information. Why? Because Bitcoin's price was down. They're like, oh, you've had like multiple red monthly candles in a row. I don't like it. It's a selling time, right? So it's the same thing. That's why you got to really have this abundance mindset and this Zen approach when it comes to these friends. That's how we make it out here. So remember, this is our information asymmetry. But you don't know when. You go, oh, when's Richard going to return? When's Interpol? When? No one knows the answer to when moon. No one. We're just hoping it's soon. Like we thought when moon after Donald Trump, we got 5 red in a row. You know? So like I said, this is literally, that's a gap, man. The market, friends, you know this information out here. So, but here's the thing. You don't know if it's going to go up. The market's like, oh, it's dead now. I'll worry about that later. But it's musical chairs, bro. There's 1,000 people out there. It's more like 100,000 people believe they'll have a lot of time to buy PulseChain. Same as everything else. Same thing with the pDAI story. Same thing with Hex. Doesn't matter what it is, okay? They all think they have infinite time to get up. But that's why they might be surprised if this thing spikes up faster than they think, right? And then they're like, oh, wait a minute. I've got to buy this thing 50% above SAC price. But you were just 80% below. But they don't care. They love buying high. People love, they're like, hey, I want to be on board the winning team. Yeah, it's just like sports teams, friends. Like, no one wants to support the team when they're like coming like 8th in their season, right? For like 4 years in a row. But then when they're coming first out of the, and maybe half of the season is done, now everyone's like, yeah, I really, really, really like them. I mean, just think about how small that window of time is. And also think about this. Maybe the team's jerseys are really expensive now because they're coming first. And maybe the tickets to their game are way more expensive because they're coming first. You get it? Well, this is literally the same thing, just jerseys out here on different altcoin logos. That's the same thing. So that is your yummy update. Like, subscribe, better about an all. Catch you soon.